Okay. Okay, so I just read Monument 14 by Emmy Laybourne, and I'm not really sure what kind of rating I want to give it. I feel like maybe 2 stars? Okay, let's just start off by saying what it's about. So, Monument 14 is about the end of the world, pretty much, happening. When kids are on their way to school, there's a bus going to the high school and a bus going to the elementary school, and they're like right in front of each other, and they crash because there's a crazy hailstorm going on, and they crash into a greenway, which I'm gonna say is just like a Walmart. And it is about the kids living in this superstore. A little bit into the story they find out that it's more than just crazy weather happening. There's some kind of like chemical lab or something that got breached, and all of these chemical reactions in the air are causing different things to happen to people with different blood types, and it's making people blister and die and making people turn into crazy zombie-like freaks, and then some people it doesn't have any effect on. So there's some people in the store who go all crazy, and that part was good. That part was good! And I was like, oh, this story's gonna be awesome! But then that was over really fast, and it was just about them living in the store. It talked a lot about him making breakfast and making lunch, and them making different bedrooms, and the kids, and that's about it. And they got lice, and it was nothing happened in it. And here's my biggest issue with it. It's a good idea, and it definitely had potential. It definitely could have been something awesome if it was executed and written well. But I didn't think that it was. I feel bad saying it. I really do. But I really didn't think it was well written. I felt like it was extremely amateur. I felt like I was reading a book written by someone in grade 9, maybe, or grade 10. The sentences were all really short and telling, and there weren't even really any paragraphs. It was all like, oh, new line, new line, new line, new line, like... Like, there wasn't a lot of description, there weren't a lot of thoughts, it was just, oh, he did this, and then we did this, and then I did this, and then he did this, and then she said this, and I didn't like it very much. It wasn't horrible to read, it wasn't that bad, it wasn't awful, but it wasn't great. And honestly, I wouldn't have finished it if my boyfriend didn't buy me the second one, and I am going to read the second one, because maybe her writing grows, maybe she gets better. I didn't care for the characters because there wasn't anything to them. Like, it was just, like, I don't know if I can find an example. Okay, it was a lot of stuff like this. I ached and ached until I fell asleep. I woke up to a little voice. It was one of the kids sleep-talking. I couldn't tell which kid. It was a one-word conversation. One word repeated over and over with different intonations, with different meanings. The word was mommy. Oh. It was funny, and we laughed. It was funny, and we laughed. So it was just a lot of short, choppy nothings. Also, I found it kind of strange, because I felt like the way it was written, I felt like more geared towards, like, 13-year-olds. Also because there was no swearing in it. But not that there was no swearing, but, like, they swore, but it wasn't written out. Like, it said capital F blank blank blank. And A dash hole. Yet there was a little bit of kind of explicit sex stuff. Like, they weren't having sex, but they were touching each other, and explained that. So, I mean, if you can talk about, like, touching someone's breasts, I think you should be able to swear. And because I thought it was geared towards younger people, but then the sex stuff came up, and I was like, whoa, this is not for 13-year-olds. It was a lot of not much happened, and it wasn't described very well, and the sentences were choppy, and it was just a lot of telling, and there weren't any thoughts, and there was nothing that really, like, brought the mood of the scene. It was just, I saw this. It looked like this. We did this. We ran. We heard this. We went to see what it was. This is what it was. So I'm really sorry if you liked this book, and I didn't. But I didn't think it was that good. I'm sorry. We'll see how the next one goes.